My name is John Puterbaugh. This is my presentation on identity theft as directed towards senior citizens and the steps you can take to prevent it. So let's take a further look into what's causing this problem. Senior citizens' identity theft is on the rise here in the United States. This segment of the population is increasingly more at risk to fall victim to identity theft every day. The factors that go on to cause this include declining health, lack of technical knowledge, and increased reliability on family members that have the potential to be predatory in nature. All these factors add up to make this segment of the population one of the most vulnerable today. According to an MIT study, baby boomers, or those born between 1946 and 1964, were given a survey, and one of the prompts in this survey asked them if one felt that people could be trusted or not. Of everyone this survey was given to, it was this baby boomers population that gave the most yes answers to believing that people could be trusted. The FBI notes that it is this baby boomer culture that leads to this trustworthy nature. According to the FBI, those who grow up in the 1930s, the 1940s, and the 1950s were generally raised to be polite and trusting. Finally, in a UCLA study, they have determined that older people have a diminished gut response to various clues that tip off untrustworthiness. And because of this, they're more inclined to trust just an everyday average Joe and not be able to determine who's out there to harm them and who's not. So one might ask, what kind of scams are out there? Well, for the most part, there are three different scams that are used majority of the time today. The first of those is the telephone scam. Telephone scams are exactly how they sound, on the telephone. In most cases, a scammer will pose as a person of authority, demanding victims to move quickly without thinking clearly, and might ask them to wire money or give out personal information for fear of repercussions. Another type of scam comes in the form of direct mail through the United States Postal Service. Letters stating that a victim owes money on fraudulent accounts or must fill out personal information and mail back to avoid penalties causes them to give out personal information that they otherwise wouldn't. Finally, we have internet scams. Internet scams could be the largest growing category in identity theft today. This type of theft can occur through fraudulent websites or emails posing as a person's bank, credit card company, or mortgage company. In the email, the scammer will ask to verify personal identification information, and they might trick victims into giving up their social security number, their birth dates, or other vital information. So now that we've heard about some of the potential dangers that are out there, you might ask, is there anything that can be done to prevent this kind of theft? Here are some steps that can be taken to avoid identity theft. Leave the social security number at home, withhold information, shred documents and receipts, review billing statements, credit reports, among other information. Avoid using public Wi-Fi or any unknown internet networks. Be wary of suspicious family requests. Hang up on any suspicious callers, and freeze your credit and also your mail. So first on the list, leave the security number at home. Your social security number should never be stored in your wallet, vehicle, or anywhere else out in the open where it'd be easy for someone to get to it. Always take this card out and leave it at home in a safe place where it's locked away. Next, never give out your personal information to anyone, even people you know, unless you can make sure that it's absolutely necessary for a proven legitimate reason. Next, shred any important documents that you have that are old or no longer needed, such as bank statements, receipts, or credit card payments. These documents contain vital information that can be used to steal your identity. Number 4, review your billing statements your credit reports, or any of these documents, and immediately try to identify any potentially fraudulent activity. And if you find any information, call these companies and find out where it's coming from. As a simple precautionary step, always avoid using your cell phone or your computer on any public Wi-Fi networks or any public networks that are not protected. These are easy for people to hack into and steal vital information off of your devices. Probably one of the biggest ones that occur today is family members committing fraud against older relatives. Be very wary of predatory family members and watch out for what they're asking. According to LifeLock, which is an anti-identity theft company, over 90% of elder abuse is committed by the senior citizen's own family. If you receive a call asking for personal information or demanding you send money or any type of suspicious call in general, hang up the phone immediately. Nearly all important agencies will contact you by mail rather than by telephone. And finally, credit card companies and credit reporting agencies will allow you to place a hold on your account, and this freezes any new accounts from being created using your information under your credit history. If you believe your information has been compromised, place one of these holds as soon as you possibly can. In addition to this, it would be wise to place a hold on your mail if you're going to go on vacation or go out of town for any prolonged period of time. This keeps your mail safe and private in a secured area, away from anybody that's just walking by that could grab this mail out of your mailbox and use it against you. So in conclusion, the theft of senior citizens' identities and personal information is on the rise today. According to the Department of Justice, the number of figures has risen from 2.1 million in 2012 to 2.6 million in 2014. And over 500 cases of identity theft on senior citizens occur annually. And it's very important to just remember that there are steps that I've outlined today that you can take to avoid having your identity stolen. Finally, to find out anything more about identity theft, or if you believe that you've been a victim of identity theft, please call the Identity Theft Hotline at 866-999-5630.